skies above Asia are changing fast. China is developing 6th-generation stealth fighters. The U.S. is expanding its presence across the Pacific. And here in the Philippines, our Air Force is still waiting for its first true multi-role fighters. But suddenly, just confirmed, South Korea is delivering the first batch of FA-50 Block 20s to the Philippines before the current administration ends. Not in 2028, not 5 years from now. No. Just 2 or 3 aircraft, maybe, but the question is, why now? What makes these jets different from our old FA-50s? And how can light fighters survive in a region where 6th-gen aircraft, hypersonic missiles, and carrier strike groups now dominate the headlines? Is this a smart stopgap to close the capability gap? Or are we still being left behind while the superpowers race ahead? Today on Pinoy Guard, we break down the real strategy behind the Block 20 delivery, how it fits into the bigger warfighting picture in the West Philippine Sea, and why this early arrival might be the most important free aircraft we'll receive this decade. Stay with us until the end, because we'll close this analysis with a strategic scenario the public hasn't yet considered. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more gripping stories behind our country's military transformation. Segment 1. The first batch. Why 2 or 3 aircraft matter. On paper, 2 or 3 jets might seem like a small delivery. But in a defense environment plagued by delays, political hesitation, and funding battles, early deliveries are symbolic weapons. They send a message. The FA-50 Block 20 program is on track. The Philippine Air Force is expanding its capabilities. And Korea is delivering not just aircraft, but trust, consistency, and partnership. This first wave of fighters will allow the PAF to begin pilot conversion and training on the upgraded configuration. Familiarize maintainers with new subsystems and avionics. Test tactical upgrades in maritime strike and BVR operations. And perhaps most importantly, they give us eyes in the sky at a time when China's presence in the West Philippine Sea, WPS, grows stronger by the week. Segment 2. What's new in Block 20? So what exactly makes the FA-50 Block 20 different? This isn't the same configuration as our original 12 FA-50PH jets. Block 20 is a technological evolution designed not just for patrol, but for networked combat in contested environments. Key enhancements include Active Electronically Scanned Array AESA radar, giving better range, tracking, and resistance to jamming. Sniper Advanced Targeting Pod, ADP, compatibility for precision strikes in all weather. Expanded fuel capacity for longer-range missions over the WPS. Beyond Visual Range, BVR, capability potential integration with AM, 120 AMRAAM, or Israeli Derby-ER. Upgraded data link and communication suite to operate with American and Korean forces via Link 16. With these upgrades, the FA-50 transforms from a trainer fighter hybrid into a true light multi-role platform. Segment 3. Strategic timing. Why this delivery matters now. This delivery comes at a crucial moment. China is testing next-generation stealth UAVs, hypersonic glide vehicles, and has begun development of its 6th-generation fighter, reportedly involving AI-controlled drones, drone swarming, and laser-based sensors. Meanwhile, the Philippine Air Force does not yet have a single Gen 4.5 or Gen 5 aircraft. We are still in MRF limbo, without any stealth aircraft. without airborne early warning AWACS platforms, dependent on rotational deployments from allies. That's why this first delivery isn't just about jets, it's about closing the operational gap. The FA-50 Block 20 isn't a miracle solution, but it buys time. Time to train, develop doctrine, and prepare the force for the eventual MRF fleet, whether it comes in the form of F-16 Block 70, Gripen, or KF-21 Borame. Segment 4. How Block 20 fits Philippine strategy under RE Horizon 3. Let's talk doctrine. Under the Re-Horizon 3 modernization roadmap, the goal is to establish a credible minimum deterrent regional power projection within easy boundaries, self-reliant defense capability. The FA-50 Block 20 fits neatly into this plan because it enables low-cost patrol and strike missions in contested zones. It integrates seamlessly with future multi-role fighters as a wingman or missile truck. It can support naval operations by engaging hostile vessels and defending Philippine ships. It expands aircrew training capacity ahead of a future MRF force. And it helps maintain persistent presence in key air corridors, from Palawan to Baton's. In short, it's not a luxury item. It's a force builder. Segment 5. WPS escalation scenarios, where Block 20 will fight. If a conflict ever ignites in the South China Sea, especially over Mischief Reef, Second Thomas Shoal, or Scarborough, the FA-50 Block 20S may be the first jets on the scene. Their missions will likely include maritime interdiction against hostile supply vessels, armed overwatch for naval convoys or Philippine Coast Guard missions, pre-strike reconnaissance using targeting pods, close air support for Marine and Army coastal defense batteries, interception of gray zone intrusions by paramilitary or unmarked aircraft. With ASA radar and data link, Block 20S can receive target coordinates from ground radar or USAWACS, engage multiple aerial and maritime targets simultaneously, disengage using electronic countermeasures when overwhelmed. Again, this isn't Gen 6 warfare, but it's asymmetric readiness, and that matters. Segment 6. Industrial Footprint, PH Korea Defense Partnership. Beyond the tactical picture, this delivery marks another milestone in industrial and diplomatic cooperation. KI's continued success with the Philippines could lead to a regional maintenance and repair hub in Clark or Basa, local production of components and munitions, joint air training programs or simulation development, even early collaboration on KI's upcoming platforms like the KF-21 Borame. This is more than a sale, it's a strategic alignment. South Korea views the Philippines as a key democratic partner in Southeast Asia, not just for trade, but for security. And by welcoming these jets early, we show we're serious about long-term interoperability. Segment 7. Looking ahead, what's next for the PAF? With these first FA-50PH Block 20 jets arriving soon, the timeline for the full squadron build-out is accelerating. Expected trajectory: 2025, first 2 to 3 Block 20 jets arrive. 2026, pilot and crew integration, initial weapons trials. 2027, full squadron of 12 Block 20S activated. 2028 to 2029, MRF deliveries may begin if deals are finalized. 2030, full integration of FA-50s, MRFs, AWACS, and tactical air doctrine. By that time, the Philippine Air Force could be operating. That's a credible air power force for a country defending 7,641 islands in the middle of one of the world's most contested maritime zones. It may seem like a small delivery, 2 or 3 aircraft. But in defense, symbolism matters, timing matters, and showing your people and your adversaries that you're ready to fight for your airspace, that matters most. This early delivery proves. The FA-50 Block 20 deal is real, not just paper. South Korea is a reliable ally in a region under pressure. And the Philippines is no longer waiting passively. It's building air power step by step. If this kind of strategic breakdown matters to you, don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. What do you think? Are the FA-50 Block 20s a smart move, or are we still too far behind against Gen 5 and 6 threats? This is Pinoy Guard, reminding every Filipino that our skies are part of our sovereignty. And in a world of threats, readiness is our first defense.